Something about you seems different. I can't quite figure it out.
I don't know where, but I know something's starting right now.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. The iron law of wokeism is to accuse your enemies of that which you are guilty of. That's called projection. So if you claim to be anti-racist, what that really means is that you're racist against all white people. If you claim to be inclusive, what that means is that you only care about the opinions that you agree with. Everyone who has a dissenting opinion needs to be deplatformed or put in jail or worse. And so that brings us, of course, to Disney, which is really, really happy to tell you how anti-racist they are by race swapping literally all white characters inside of their IPs. And then when pushed back a little bit on it, when that might affect their bottom line, their dollar amounts they're making from their movies, oh, they change those races right back real quick or write them out entirely. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, a little trip down memory lane. Remember when Disney told us that stormtroopers can be black and that Finn is somebody who we need to respect because he's a black stormtrooper, and stop asking questions before we write him out of the series entirely because we didn't know what to do with their character? So what did Disney do before writing out Finn in the sequential movies and the disasters of the newest Disney Star Wars trilogy? Well, they actually erased him early on the poster for the Chinese release of The Force Awakens. You can see here in the American version, Finn is a gigantic and is the third largest person on the poster. And then in the Chinese version, well, Finn is not to be found. I mean, you can see him around here. He's like shrunk really small, and you legitimately can't see him if you don't know what to look for. And they also totally got rid of Chewbacca. As experts on the Chinese market will tell you, the Chinese are not an accepting people. They happen to be quite a racist people, and they didn't like Chewbacca or Finn on that poster, and Disney needed that sweet, sweet cash, baby. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have our first Disney disappearing act when it comes to the fake virtue that they are signaling to all of us. Now, this is all coming back around with this new poster of The Little Mermaid. Of course, The Little Mermaid is something that you are not allowed to criticize because, well, it's a race-swapped character. If you criticize the trash that is this live-action performance, then you are yourself a racist. But, ladies and gentlemen, will you notice something very interesting? The poster for the American release of The Little Mermaid that happens this week on May 26th, and man, are we excited for that. We're so excited to trash Disney, is quite different than the poster released in China. Why would that be? Why would the poster be so different in China? You see, you can't even tell that Ariel is black in the Chinese release of this. Ariel is turned into an avatar. Ariel is turned into a James Cameron character from the Avatar series. The Little Mermaid in the China poster, Ariel is blue. Also, her skin is peeling off of her body, so there's also that. The U.S. poster, on the other hand, features a very, very different Ariel, although still not including her natural hair color, which is black and not red. So, that's interesting. Why would they do that? Well, again, it speaks for itself, says Jack Posobiec. Disney poster for The Little Mermaid in China does indeed speak for itself. I thought the next Avatar was years out. They can't do that throughout the film. It's pretty clear. So we have a major issue with the race-swapped Little Mermaid. And it's not just the fact that they are trying to erase her race for more money inside of China, for more yuan. It is that the Chinese audiences aren't buying it, no matter how much they try and get rid of the fact that they race-swapped Ariel, who is a mermaid from a Norwegian fairy tale. So, got it? Disney's new Little Mermaid, starring black actress Halle Berry as the main character Ariel, has a Chinese poster that obscures the character's race, as the film is on track to flop in the communist-led country. According to comic book resources, the film is likely to be Disney's worst-performing Chinese release this year. It only earned $13,000 in pre-sales. $13,000 in pre-sales? In comparison, Cruella, the last Disney live-action adaptation to hit Chinese theaters, grossed $1.6 million upon opening, and Mulan grossed $300,000 in one day of pre-sales and $23 million upon opening. Disney has also created an alternate marketing for the communist country by releasing different poster than the one in the U.S., Elijah Schaefer noted in a side-by-side comparison. So this is not the first time Disney downplayed the character race in their marketing of China. Famously, the black actor John Boyega, who played Finn in The Force Awakens, was reduced in prominence to the Chinese poster from the American poster. According to Variety, in addition to minimizing Boyega, they cut out non-white characters entirely from the Chinese poster. According to CNN, China's state media denied the change was due to racism in the country, but of course it was. The Little Mermaid is headed for the worst opening in China in 2023, according to IMBD, far right-wing IMBD. Disney's The Little Mermaid, one of the latest Hollywood major releases to secure a release date in China because China doesn't actually let American movies get released there any longer. A virtual ban after COVID. Getting the release date can be a success on its own. Recent estimates suggest the film is likely to be Disney's worst performing Chinese release this year. According to Chinese box office observers, the film earned $13,000 from pre-sales in its opening weekend, indicating a severe lack of interest from China moviegoers. Meanwhile, in China's box office pre-ticket sales, Little Mermaid showed no signs of reaction. Disney live action featured with a scary 13,000 in total pre-sales. So this is Disney's stock price for, let's see, what do we got here? The last 5 years. What you can find here is that since the pandemic, which this is like fake, right? So this, you're talking about like the pandemic, which is going to be like a fake drop here. You're going to find that Disney is actually trading the lowest it is traded in years. Like this recent history for Disney is the lowest that Disney stock has traded in many, many years. Disney's lost 4 million subscribers to D+. Disney has had box office bomb after box office bomb. They have absolutely no connection with their customer base. They have destroyed the IPs that they hold, like Star Wars, and Indiana Jones is headed for another flop inside of that series. Disney has betrayed its paying customer, and it has, of course, betrayed the parents who prop up the business of their parks by going completely woke on gender ideology and just committing a murder-suicide of their brand. This is just hysterical to watch, the decline, but I certainly enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen. Disney likes to talk about race. They like to talk about gender. They like to front that they are the wokest of companies and the brightest bulb when it comes to left-wing causes, but for an extra buck, they will literally delete the race of their race-swapped mermaid to try and get some Chinese yuan through the door. Thank God, not even the Chinese are buying this crap. If you want to save America, don't go woke like Disney. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It's your boy Benny. See ya.